All right, we're here with head women's volleyball coach Korey Schroeder. Coach, new week here at home. Pair of weekday matches coming this weekend, Bowler. We'll talk about this last weekend a little bit. Tough road weekend. Obviously, have to go on the road, but then have to face the two top teams in the WCC. Just talk about what you kind of take away from those matches and build on moving forward.
Yeah, I think a little bit more resilience and toughness, which is a phrase that we've used a lot this year. We played with them, both those teams in moments, and then let some other moments get away from us. So yeah, not just the losses, the fact that we lost those two matches, but how those games ended up, was tough at times. But again, using the resilience and toughness, like you don't have time to think about it too much. We use the acronym WIN of what's important now, and what's important now is getting ahead to Pacific and St. Mary's and taking care of business there. A conference championship now is going to be tough. We're going to have some things go our way. We're going to have to win and have some things go our way, with other teams, and we really can't control what other teams are going to do. So we just got to control and focus on what we can do moving forward with ourselves.
Do you think just obviously facing some of the tougher opponents and having that resiliency, which obviously you've shown this season with all the 5-set wins, how does that benefit the team? How does that help them grow, especially coming into the final stretch of the season here fairly soon?
Yeah, I mean, you want to be playing good teams. Like, yeah, obviously we want to win, but if you're doing it against, just teams that you're beating up on, how much better are we really getting, and how much is there to really be proud of in that? You want to be playing the best competition, and hopefully you come out on top from that. But you're going to learn, even if you lose and struggle in that. Kind of reflecting back to going through the week prior to playing Pepperdine and LMU, we only had the one match against Gonzaga, and so didn't have the pressure and stress of an opponent that really pushed us leading up to that Pepperdine and LMU matches. And so I don't know how much that factored in, but certainly, we played some really good teams this past weekend, and credit to both Pep and LMU. They have fantastic teams, good coaches, really good players. So I definitely do think, they prepare us going into this week.
And now down to the final 7 games on the schedule. What do you hope to see from your team down the stretch?
Yeah, I can't believe we're down to the last 7. It's been quite the year up to this point. Really going all the way back to January of putting the team together, and really the progress that they've made this season. And we've talked about all year long that we feel like our ability to grow throughout the entire year is more than others, because we haven't played as much together. And so there is so much room for growth, even in these final 4 weeks. And so, we've talked about maximizing our potential, and going into the last week, if we feel like we maximize their potential and we come up a little bit short of NCAA tournaments and WCC championship, then but we can at least be proud that we maximized what we had here, and put everything out there. So I still feel like in the last 4 weeks, there's going to be a lot more growth for us. We've seen growth in the last 4 weeks. We saw growth in the 4 weeks before that. And so I don't think we can be satisfied and settle for where we are right now. We know that we need to continue to improve down the stretch.
Now this week you start on Thursday against Pacific here at 7 p.m. You're into the part of the schedule where you're facing teams for the second time this year. Just walk through what you expect to see from Pacific for the second time.
Another great outside. We faced a bunch of them last week. LMU and Pepperdine, both of their outsides were fantastic. The Pacific outside is, I think she just got Offensive Player of the Week here. So might be leading the entire conference in scoring now. So heck of a player, all around player. So we know that we'll have to key in on her, and they've got some really good complementary pieces. They got a middle that is fantastic at running behind the setter. We did a really nice job against her first time around. We're able to keep her kills and her hitting percentage down. So we'll definitely have to be able to do that again. But again, focusing on our side, I think, if we can get back to running a balanced offense, some of our best matches this year have been when we've been able to serve and pass at a high level. We're in system and we're able to get all of our attackers the ball. I think the Gonzaga match 2 weeks ago, all of our hitters were between 16 and 19 attempts. And if you're in that position, you're probably winning matches because everybody's pretty efficient in scoring for you. So it's something we're going to look to do here as well. Is obviously we need to slow down Pacific, but we need to focus on ourselves as well and be able to distribute the ball pretty evenly and have everybody scoring for us.
Absolutely. And then quick turnaround Friday. Next day, first St. Mary's also at home at 6 p.m.
Yeah, it's a great team. I don't know what their record now is. They might only have 2 wins in the WCC. I don't know how they have played us really close. They've played a lot of other teams really close. I think they've just come out on the short end of a few matches. And so it's a very good program. They had both of their right sides against us when we played down there. Had phenomenal matches, and so we're going to have to figure out how to slow down their opposites. And they've got a couple of really good outsides too. So it's a really balanced attack. And so it should be two really good volleyball matches here this week.
You said it. Make sure to come out to Bowler Thursday at 7 p.m. against Pacific and Friday at 6 p.m. against St. Mary's.
All right,
Thanks, Coach.
we'll see you there. Go Cougs.